Good morning, class. So, let us start off with the next form of organization, which is called your partnership. Okay. Now, partnership is a very common it's a very known form of a business organization, and which is like fit for both small scale and say large scale or medium scale kind of a business size. So, usually, when you say the business is growing, all right, or the nature of activities is like increasing, or the line of business activities is increasing, it's pretty much difficult for one single person to carry out all the business activities, or to take decisions, or manage or control the business, isn't it? So at such cases, sometimes they might be two people, or three or more people coming together to form a business organization. So this formation is called a partnership. Now, when you speak of a technical definition, partnership is actually an association, okay, or coming together of two or more people who jointly try to start off a business activity, and wherein they pool in their resources being it can be financial resources or managerial skills or techniques. All right, they pool in these resources and they start off the business together. All right, this is what you mean by a partnership. Now now let us discuss what are the features of partnership. So please go through the slide me at the same time. So the formation of partnership is actually governed by the Indian Partnership Act, started in 1932. Now, this act actually binds a legal agreement between the partners, which is called partnership deed. We'll be dealing that in the next videos. So this agreement speaks of certain terms and conditions which the partners will have to follow during the course of the business. Okay. Say for example, profit, how they'll share the profit, and how the debts will be shared, etc. Now, speaking of the liability, okay, when it comes to partnership firm, now the liability of all the members of the partnership firm is actually unlimited. All right. Now, say when the partner when in case of debts, okay, partners, they either individually or they collectively have to be or are liable to pay back the debts. All right. Now, in case there is a loss for the company and they do not have sufficient, say, resources to pay back the debts, and then what happens is the creditors can claim the partners' personal, say, resources, apart from what they have, say, given up for the firm. They can also take up the personal properties of the partners. Now, talking about risk bearing. Now, the partners of the of the firm, they will have to share the profits in a particular ratio. Okay. Now, all these ratios will be discussed in the agreement. It will be specified before the firm will be coming into existence itself. So, sometimes what happens is the ratio will be calculated on the basis of the inputs, or say the resources given up by the partners for the firm, or it can be any ratio that is pre-agreed, okay, by the partners, or like how we said, sometimes it'll be divided equally amongst all the members, or say all the partners. Okay. So these are the three cases. It'll either be on the basis of their inputs they have given for the firm, or it can be on the basis of the ratio which they have already agreed upon, or it can also be equal division of profits. All right. So it is something similar to how we speak of liability. Liability is sometimes uh, in some cases that we'll be discussing about the types of in the types of partnership firms, we'll be discussing about that in case of liability, sometimes it will be to the extent of the shares, or say the resources they hold in the organization. Next is decision making. Now, all the partners are allowed to take decisions. Okay, so they work together. All right, as per the agreements that is given in the partnership deed or the partnership agreement. uh, partners work together and decide or come to a consensus regarding how the decision making will be carried out. All right. So which means that all the partners will be consulted at the same time for taking any specific or any say important decision when it comes to business. Now talking about the continuity of the business, the partnership firm will always keep continuing even if one of the partners say die or say pass off or sometimes are maybe deemed to unfit or deemed as unfit to continue the business. So what happens is, say in case of, say it can also be retirement or death. Okay, if one of the partner dies or is retiring, even in such cases, if the remaining partners agree to continue the business, they can do so. But in such situations, they will have to reform the organizational structure. Reform the organizational structure in the sense they will have to bring up a new partnership agreement regarding the details of the new partners and the new profit sharing ratios, or say, or the latest say members of the business, like that. Now talking about the number of partners, the minimum number was minimum is always two. Now, and the Companies Act as per 2013 had specified that the maximum number should be 100. All right. Now, as per the latest rule, that is which was reformed in 2014, the maximum is 50. All right. So then comes about mutual agency relationship. So it's a very easy, what do you call that, a feature, or say, yeah, a feature related to partnership firms, that is mutual agency. Mutual agency means one partner can act as an agent for the other partners in the firm. All right. Say for example, right now, that say one partner is going to Delhi for a business contract, for obtaining a business contract. Okay, he will be meeting the other contractor, all right, on the behalf of the existing other partners as well. All right. So it's not necessary that all the partners will have to be present for that particular say contract meeting or anything as such. So it's enough that maybe one or two persons or two partners represent the other partners. So what we are trying to say is anyone will be representing the entire partnership firm. All right. Then comes the type of partnership firms. We'll be discussing about what are the different types of partnership firms. Yeah, partnership firms. So it can be divided on the basis of duration, that is, for how long the partnership is formed. All right, and on the basis of say liability. All right. So when it comes to time period or duration, we have partnership at will. Then we have particular partnership as well, or a fixed period partnership is also there, but I haven't included here it on the slide because we don't have it in our textbook. And when it comes to liability, we have a general partnership and a limited liability partnership. Now, speaking of partnership at will, it's the partnership is will be formed for a indefinite period. So there is no specified duration for it. So it can exist till the will of the partners. So that is why it said partnership at will. So when they feel like they need to wind up or say cut the partnership, then a notice can be given for dissoluting the partnership. Then comes fixed period. Fixed period, as the name suggests, it'll be for a specific period of time. Say for example, 3 years, or say 6 years, or say 10 years. Okay, and once the expiry date approaches, the contract for partnership automatically expires. Then particular partnership is it's like how we say it's for a particular purpose. So in order to create one particular venture, people come into partnership. It can be two companies or it can be two people also. So that is what we speak of a particular partnership. Then on the basis of liability, general partnership is of unlimited liability, meaning the assets of if the assets of firms is not enough, then all the say partners will have to give up their personal properties to settle the creditor's claim. All right. Then coming to limited liability, the liability of the partners will be limited. Okay, that is for except for one partner, one particular partner, it will be limited to the extent of their share. That is called limited partnership. So actually, this kind of a partnership, or this act was actually enacted in 2008. Okay, so to give a clear definition, the partnership firm where the liability of all the partners except for one partner is limited to the extent of their share. So meaning partners will be liable to all the claims or debt claims except for one partner. All right. So that is what we speak of a limited liability partnership. So we have some more topics to cover under liability, I mean partnership. So we'll be speaking of that in the next or in the upcoming videos. So meanwhile, please read and see if you're able to understand, or if at all there are any confusions, please let me know. And also for your class test, please try to write what are the advantages and disadvantages of partnership. All right. Thank you, class.